Whoop. Before we get started, I thought we'd have a little game on Bluecut like we normally do. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how this thing goes. Okay, so there is the code to join the game. And there's the link for anyone that would like to join the game.
Why don't wear your hat?
I decided not to this evening. I wish I had a better reason other than I decided not to.
Teacher, why do you look a little bit like you just woke up?
I've been awake all day. Because I've been at home all day, so I haven't. If I was going out, I would have combed my hair properly. But this is how my hair is naturally. It's all crazy. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I see 3 people in so far. Anyone else interested in having a game of Bluecut?
Teacher, could you send back the link with the pin code, because when I join in, it goes to the normal dashboard and the mindset one.
We have to sign up.
Yeah, it says
Oh.
mindsets or something like that.
Okay. Well, normally, so normally before we start the speech club, we always begin with a game of Bluecut. So it might be a good idea for you guys to create an account so you can take part.
I already got an account. Me too.
Sweet. Thank you very much,
Wow.
Tuyet Min.
Yeah.
What are you drinking, Michael? That looks tasty.
This one I got for conjugating 100 Spanish words, you know.
Nice.
Không, để
I'm
chứng
drinking
chỉ
my...
một người nói là nữa. Mình đang để chơi qua lần tí xíu.
What Russians said when they cheers.
Oh yes, excellent. Could you go over here?
I'm still awaiting your I'm still awaiting your nuke attack to blow up Melbourne.
Michael, what does Russians said when they need to cheers?
When they need to what?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Na zdrowie.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, so, whoop. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got like 9 people in the group, so I'll press start on the game now. And so the topic for these questions, of course, is public speaking. Oh, this is getting competitive. I like that. Oh, Michael, that was cold.
So cool, right?
All of a sudden I look up and Michael's winning by 21,000 gold. How do you even do that?
Sorry, Michael, can you share the screen again?
Yeah, sure. I see someone sitting on 400,000. My goodness.
Why you always take gold of my acai?
Excuse me, may I ask what kind of game are you playing?
Uh, to be honest, I don't know the type of game questions that the kids need to answer or to do with public speaking. I think I hit a wrong button and have no idea what game the kids are actually they need to answer all to do with public speaking.
Okay. Got it.
Whoop, 1-0.
Teacher, we just swapped with the second guy, so that's how we came from up to the first place.
That we just swapped in time.
I'm just laughing because like first and second and third are all billionaires. Whenever I play this game, I'm lucky to end up with 40,000. I think you guys need to teach me your strategies on on winning big at this game. Okay, so we'll get.
Can I ask you a question beforehand though?
You may.
Yeah, like before in the game, they said that pacing back and forth is a sign of lack of confidence. But my teacher in my center actually is his style of presentation, and yeah, although it's really you have a headache to look at him pacing back and forth, but it really interested. Although he could not talk in like a TED talk or something, but it's just his style of teaching, and yeah, he's very confident, you know.
Okay, well, like I can actually relate to that. So when I used to teach dancing, there was a very big public speaking element to that. So I had to convey the information to the students and make it make sense. I was very confident whenever I was teaching dancing, but I had no confidence when I was doing anything else. So sometimes that lack of confidence in some areas of your life can still seep through into areas of your life that you are confident in. So while he might present in every other way and appear very confident with that, the pacing could just be some of that lack of confidence kind of coming through anyway. At least that's my theory on it from personal experience. Okay, so I've prepared a slideshow to go with this meeting. Okay, so lesson 1 in public speaking. So tonight's going to be an introduction to the public speaking course, and just to fill you in on what is to come as well, some of the other topics we'll be studying. So before we begin, I'd like to just lay down a few rules and expectations of this class. So number 1, if you'd like to participate in the class and answer questions, please have your camera switched on. Excuse me. So I will not be calling on anybody to answer questions that does not have their cameras turned on. The completion of the homework that is set is expected if you wish to keep attending this class. So we have a Zalo group for this public speaking class. If you'd like to be able to attend the next class, then just make sure you hand in your homework from the previous week. And finally, if you have any questions, please raise your hand. I want everyone that attends this class to get as much out of it as they can. So we're going to start with a little bit of an icebreaker. By the way, quick question, guys. The Zoom window that I've got here that's been minimized, can you guys see that on my screen share, or can you just see the whole slideshow?
I see the slide.
Okay, sweet. Alice is on the beach having a vacation. So, I'd like everyone to pick sorry, I should start again. This icebreaker activity is called Express Yourself. So I'd like everyone to pick a subject they're passionate about. It can be your favorite activity or hobby, your favorite subject to learn about, or your favorite TV show or sport that you like to watch, whatever you're really passionate about. And as soon as you have thought of it, raise your hand and I will select a few people to speak for a minute or so about their topic. So as soon as you've thought of a topic that you're really passionate about, just raise your hand.
Why are you laughing like a Russian,
Just a message that I got from somebody that I found quite funny.
Yeah, but you laugh like a Russian.
No, Russian laughing is like, heh, 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 heh.
Yeah, but
Okay, so who's got a topic they'd like to talk about? As soon as you've got a topic that you'd like to talk about, raise your hand and I'll invite you to speak about it. Anyone? Anyone at all?
No one. I don't know what I'm passionate about.
Well, what's something that you really like? Something that you really, really enjoy doing, or something you really enjoy learning about?
Easy,
killing
Michael.
people.
Jump in the library and then read all the books.
Tuyat Min.
What I like about is seeing you shaving your hair.
That's not going to happen for a while. Okay, so just for the next little bit, I'm going to mute everybody, and then so I'll be able to ask you to unmute. Okay, Tuyat Min, please. What are you passionate about?
I'm passionate about programming.
Like computer programming.
Yeah, computer science and coding.
Beautiful. Tell us about it.
So when I was 8 or 9 or something, my friend introduced me to this really funny game that I really liked. And when I asked him that how it was going on, and he told me that he programmed it, and I got really interested in it. So I started working on Scratch, and then I went to Python.
Very nice. So you'll have to explain to a complete, I think the word is noob, but you'll have to explain to a complete noob like myself, what's the difference between all of these different programming languages?
So in Scratch, you just like move some of the blocks and then it just runs the project for you. And in App Inventor, you also have blocks, but you can design it so it can be an app too. And on Python, it's just lines of code instead of some blocks, and you can create anything. So it's much harder.
Very nice. Thank you very much to you, Min. Okay, does anybody else have a topic that they would like to talk about for a little bit? Anyone at all? I'm either going to get volunteers or I'm going to pick people at random. Okay. Vanessa Hong Van Tar, what's something that you're passionate about?
Yes. Hi, I'm passionate about dancing. It's my newfound passion. I started dancing in April last year, and I've been dancing ever since, and I'm gonna dance until I die.
Beautiful. What
Because,
style of dancing do you learn?
everything, like ballroom dancing or Zumba or hip hop, any type of dancing. As long as
Beautiful.
I can get on the stage and perform. Because one time about 10 years ago, I was shocked after my performance, and then I did nothing in that period of 10 years. So it was a shock to me after I got off the stage. And so when I discovered my new passion for dancing, and everybody told me that it seemed like I got dancing came natural to me. So that's what everybody told me. So and I feel the same way. So I find great exhilarating whenever I dance, and I love the feeling of performing for everyone, and especially after my performance, the audience would cheer and give compliments for me, and it's the best feeling ever.
It is, isn't it?
Yes. How about you,
What's
teacher?
your well, I'm actually a former ballroom dance teacher with 28 years
Wow.
experience. Yeah. So I have to ask, what's your favorite dance?
Well, in ballroom,
Yep.
actually, because I just got started, so I'm not an expert in anything yet, and I just know a little in a few things like cha-cha-cha or bachata, or it's like just simple as that types of dancing. I want to explore more, but where I live, it's more common to join a Zumba or hip hop club or K-pop dancing, TikTok dancing.
Yep.
So.
Oh, beautiful. Well, my advice with ballroom would be take your time and just enjoy every second of it. Thank you so much, Vanessa. That was wonderful to hear.
Thank you so much, teacher. Yes.
You're very welcome. Okay, so we will move on from our icebreaker, and our next activity no, I do not know that song, Michael. Okay, so the next activity that we're going to do is called Who's That Speaker? So in the following slides, there are going to be pictures of famous celebrities and public speakers. So to be on this list, they have to have given a public speech somewhere. So let's see how many of these speakers that you can tell me about. So as soon as you figured out who it is, again, just raise your hand and I will unmute you so you can answer the questions. Who's our first speaker? Mina.
That's Barack Obama.
Very good. And who's Barack Obama?
He used to be the president of America.
Very good. Former US President Barack Obama. Thank you, Mina. Now, a few of these are going to be easy. A few of them are going to be a little bit tricky. So this would be very interesting to see who knows who. Who is our second speaker? Kwok Nan and Chung Ya? Where's your camera, boys?
We don't. We are opening. And no, we don't know this guy. I am raising because the last Barack Obama.
Ah. Okay. Very good, Vanessa. Vanessa has sent in the answer. Tell the class, who is this gentleman?
Well, it's actor Ashton Kutcher. He's the actor in many films like The Butterfly Effect. That's on the top of my mind. And
very good. He
other
also
movies,
replaced Charlie Sheen
yeah.
in 2.5 Men.
2.5 Men. I don't know that movie.
It's one of my favorite sitcom shows. It's a few years old. It's very funny. But Ashton Kutcher actually transitioned from being an actor. He's now a human rights advocate, and he delivers many speeches about the impact of human trafficking. So he's doing some very, very important work nowadays. He's an amazing human being.
Wow, that's good news.
It is, isn't it? He's really fighting the good fight. Okay, so who do we have here? Anyone? Do we know who this lady is?
Is she a judge, social mayor, something? Because I forgot.
No.
But, she looks like
she is a very, very, very famous American talk show host. Vanessa once again has got it right. She sent me the answer in a message. Who else might know who this lady is? I'll give you a hint. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car, you all get a car. That's one of her most famous catchphrases on her old TV show, on her old talk show on TV. She used to give like huge, crazy prizes to everybody in the audience. And one day she actually gave every audience member a brand new car. Me too, Vanessa, me too. Her name is Oprah Winfrey. So Oprah Winfrey started, I won't go into detail about it, but she had a very, very, very rough beginning to her life. She started with nothing in one of the poorest parts of America, not a very good home life, and she just built her life into being one of the most famous and respected Black female members of like Hollywood and the celebrity class. Given many, many commencement addresses at universities, given many speeches about the importance of education for females, particularly in poorer parts of the world, like countries in Africa, where I believe she's actually personally paid for and had built schools for girls in the region. So she's also doing some very, very important work too. All right, guys, who's this? I think you should all know this one. Who's this?
Donald J. Trump.
Very good. This is Donald Trump, former US president and real estate billionaire. He's obviously made many, many public speeches to investors, to the American people when he was president. So there are plenty of speeches of him out there for everyone to have a look at.
What is his favorite quote?
I know everything about everything is my guess.
Uh,
Nobody knows as much about economic policy as I do. Okay, very
I
good,
think he's on
guys.
jail right now.
Okay, do we know who this gentleman is? Does anyone have a clue? Yes, Vanessa. Okay, so this man is a clinical psychiatrist in Canada. He is also a lecturer at, I think, the University of Toronto, or one of the universities in the main capital cities of Canada. He rose to internet fame several years ago when, during a protest about gender equality or something to do with that, he refused to use a group of students' preferred pronouns because he was being legally mandated to do it under the threat of going to jail for not doing it. And he had this whole counter protest pretty much where it's not Tony Stark, not Iron Man. He also has a book or a couple of books out called 12 Rules for Life and Beyond the Chaos, 12 More Rules for Life. And he tours around the world giving speeches to people to help them lead better, more mentally healthy and more fulfilling lives. This man is genuinely doing some great work. Very good, Vanessa. Very good. So this man's name, Dr. Jordan Peterson. Dr. Jordan Peterson. No, not Joe Biden. Good guess though, Anna. Okay. Who's this? They may or may not be rather closely related to a previous person on the list. Michael.
Michelle Obama.
Very good. Michelle
Yeah.
Obama, Barack Obama's lovely wife.
Everyone on my English class call me Michelle. Yeah.
I used to get that too when I was a kid, don't worry.
If you call me, I'll kill you, don't worry.
Well, I mean, I won't call you that because I know what it's like to get called that. But no, so Michelle Obama, during Barack's presidency, she was the first lady. So she made many public speeches about championing a cause like all first ladies do. And after Barack's presidency, she still continues to write books and give public speeches around America. Okay, this one I will be amazed if anybody gets, because he might be a little bit before anybody here's time. Who is this gentleman? Michael, this will be interesting.
Is that Nixon?
No.
Oh,
No, that's not Joe Biden either. Ah, Miss Duke with the win.
What?
I won't announce it yet. So Miss Duke just sent me a private message and she guessed it exactly. I'm going to give this one away because it is quite tricky. This man is Brian Tracy. I really need to check this to see whether he's still alive or not. But if he is still alive, he is. But if he's not still alive, then he was. But Brian Tracy is a very famous American public speaker who specializes in teaching people rather similarly to Dr. Jordan Peterson. He teaches people about like life skills, business skills, how to succeed, how to plan your time better so you can get your important tasks done, what to focus on. Very, 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 very good work. He is still alive. Good. So Brian Tracy is a public speaker. Very good. Okay, who have we got here? Who have we got here? Does anybody have an idea? Very good, Miss Duck. This man's name, depending on the formality level of the event, he's either Tony Robbins or Anthony Robbins, depending on where he's speaking. But again, a very famous public motivational speaker. So similarly to Brian Tracy, he speaks about how to live the best possible life, what things to focus on, what things you should just ignore or deal with last, to live your happiest life possible. I expect quite a few of you to be able to get this one. Very good, Vanessa. He is the Grinch. What is his real name? Good guess, Tuyet Min. It's not Willem Dafoe. Very good, Vanessa. It is Jim Carrey. So Jim Carrey, legendary comedic actor in Hollywood. He has starred in some of the funniest movies ever written. And he's also done quite a few public addresses. So he's given public speeches about, well, there's been a few of them about mental health because he had, again, a bit of a rough upbringing. And actually a very sad story is that because I think it was his dad, but one of his parents had very, very severe mental health issues. So he would actually sleep with his tap shoes on in case he needed to entertain his parents in the middle of the night to make them feel better. And taking that, I suppose, that stress and trauma growing up, became a very famous comedic actor. And yeah, now also does public speeches about mental health. And he also does a lot of university commencement addresses too, and graduation speeches. So he's trying to help the world feel better so they don't have to go through what he went through. Very wonderful man. Who is this? And no, don't anyone say Clarice Starling. Not Lady Gaga, no. No, not Taylor Swift. Good guess. This is Hollywood actress and Hollywood legend at this point, Jodie Foster. She's been a movie star since she was, I think, a teenager. Very famous in America, and she gives a lot of public speeches. On what? I'm not actually sure. I wasn't able to find any good quality information, but she did pop up under public speakers in America, and I knew her, so I used her in this presentation. Okay, who do we have here, guys? I'll give you a clue. His most famous quote is, "Facts do not care about your feelings." He's famous on YouTube in a series called Thug Life videos, where during political debates, No, it is not Bustin' Jeeba. I don't even know who Bustin' Jeeba is. So this is conservative American political commentator. No, someone actually typed in Bustin' Jeeba. I said what I said and I meant it. So this is political commentator in America, Ben Shapiro. He owns a news network or a news company in America called the Daily Wire. And he gives many public speeches all across, university campuses across America. And one of the reasons I like his speeches so much is because he challenges anybody who disagrees with his viewpoint to come up and ask him a question. And he gives them all the opportunity in the world to try and prove him wrong, which is something not a lot of public speakers do. So I admire him for that. Who do we have here? You might know her, well, actually not, I won't even say that movie because, yes, it's Tom Holland, very good. No, this is not Tom Holland. She's a Hollywood movie star, been in a lot of comedies. She was also the main actress in the Netflix series called The Good Place. Absolutely brilliant. One of my favorite TV shows of all time. Very good to you, Min. Alice Lee. It's Kristen Bell. Hollywood actress Kristen Bell. She's also done a few public speeches. The ones that I've seen or heard about so far are to do with university. She's also Anna in Frozen. So yeah, she's done a lot of university commencement speeches, particularly for the acting campus. So because she's been a famous actress, she goes to acting schools and delivers speeches to the classes there. And do we know who this gentleman is? I will genuinely be impressed if anybody gets this, by the way. Looks like Mina's thinking hard. Very good to you, Min. Tucker Carlson. How did you get him? How did you know Tucker Carlson? I am very impressed. So Tucker Carlson, similar to Ben Shapiro, is an American conservative political commentator. He gets invited all over the country to do public speeches at university campuses. He is also a former host of Tucker Carlson Tonight, which is was an opinion-based news program on the Fox network in America. He was actually their most popular host before he left that role. No relation to Donald Trump. No relation to Donald Trump. Okay. Very good, guys. So now, no, not a baseball reporter. So very good. So the reason that I selected those people as people to guess in who they were, oh, got some hiccups. The reason that I selected those people was because in the coming weeks, there may be bits of homework where I require you to watch speeches or to analyze them. And so just so you know about these people, I've given you some options for people to look up to watch good speeches. Okay, so the next thing I'd like to discuss is the definition of public speaking and some of its uses or some of the ways that it can be useful to you in your life. So public speaking is the art of delivering a speech or a presentation to an audience, regardless of its size. So we could say right now, I'm delivering a bit of a speech to you guys. My audience is 28 people, or it could be Donald Trump delivering his presidential inauguration to millions and millions of people across the country. So we can have big audiences or small audiences. It's still a public speech. And it involves conveying a message or information effectively, persuasively, and engagingly. So effectively means like they get right to the point of what they're trying to say. They don't beat around the bush. They don't just waffle on and that. They've got a message and they deliver it and you understand it. It needs to be persuasive. So the main point of delivering a speech is to usually to try and convince your audience of your point of view or an action that you would like them to take. So to get them to adopt those ideas or do those actions, you need to be persuasive so they agree with you. And you need to be engaging because there's nothing more boring than sitting there listening to someone just waffle on for hours and hours. You go, God. So if it's engaging, you're commanding their attention and they want to listen to every word you say. So public speaking is communication. So public speaking is a form of communication that allows individuals to share ideas, knowledge, and emotions with others. It's not necessarily limited to formal speeches, but it can also include everyday conversations, presentations at school or work, and social interactions. So we already see public speaking in just these first 2 pages. Public speaking is, yes, he did agree with Donald Trump, Michael, he did. So we can see here that there's a lot of areas of our life that public speaking can dominate, I suppose. It's good for building confidence and self-esteem. So you can engage in public speaking because it will help you to build self-confidence and boost your self-esteem. Because the more you practice something, the better at it you get, the more confident you get, and the better you feel about that. It helps you to overcome the fear of speaking in front of other people, and it empowers you to take on challenges with greater ease. It also, this is probably for when you guys get a little bit older and grow up and get a job, but effective public speaking is a valuable skill in a lot of different jobs. It can give you better career opportunities because it makes you more persuasive, influential, and it makes you a better communicator. And communication skills are extremely valuable. I just saw your new name, Michael. But yes, good communicators are highly valuable to a lot of employers. There are also some educational benefits because public speaking in educational settings can help students to develop their critical thinking and research skills, and of course, the ability to articulate their ideas clearly so everyone understands what you're talking about. Michael, you've got your hand up. What's up, buddy?
Miss Doug messaged me that she changed my name because it was inappropriate. Could you do the same? I mean, you did that, right?
What? The only thing I changed your name to was you have stinky feet.
Yeah. Because
Oh.
you didn't allow me to change my name, so.
Okay. All right. I did not change it to this though, my goodness.
Who changed me to that?
Okay. So public speaking can also foster active listening skills amongst the audience, leading to better comprehension of the presented material. So something that I used to do a lot when I was younger was I wouldn't really listen to the person speaking to me because I'd be too busy worried about what am I going to say back to what this person says. So by being a part of public speaking, both as a speaker and a member of the audience, you learn to listen to people, and that helps the conversation that you will have with people flow more naturally. And it's not just, what am I going to say to this next? Public speaking is also very good for fostering leadership qualities. So being a clear communicator is an essential aspect of leadership, because if you can't tell people what to do and delegate tasks, you're not able to lead people. You can't, well, if you can't tell them what to do, they can't do things, and nothing will ever get done. Because leaders need to communicate their vision, they need to inspire others, and they need to advocate for their goals effectively. So they need to be able to tell people, what do they want to happen in this world? They need to inspire the people listening to want to believe in that same vision. And they need to be able to provide good reasons and logical arguments about why their goals are a good idea. Another good reason for public speaking, it helps you with your influence and persuasion skills. So public speakers can influence opinions. They can make people believe ideas that they want them to. They can motivate people to take action and do things, and they can inspire change in the world. Persuasive speeches can sway public opinion, and it can bring about positive transformations in society. What's going on, Meanie? Look like you'd rather be anywhere else. It's good for personal growth and empowerment. Public speaking encourages personal growth by pushing people out of their comfort zones. When you first start public speaking, it is terrifying. You don't want to get up on stage and talk to people because you're terrified you're going to make a mistake. So public speaking helps you by getting you up on that stage, and eventually you're not so worried about it. It provides a platform to express your thoughts, your emotions, and experiences, leading to personal empowerment. So if you can put how you feel about your goals and your visions into your speech, people can really relate to that. And that can really make you feel strong about your ideas. And it's, again, it can be very good for your confidence too. It can have social impact, and it can also help with community engagement. So public speakers can address social issues. They can promote awareness and advocate for positive change. So if you can bring an issue that's important to you, maybe your local community, your friend group, your family, all the people you care about in your life, there's an issue that's bothering everybody, and you get up on stage and you talk about it to a big audience, you can potentially change that issue and fix these problems. So you can bring about very good change, a very positive change in the world. They play a crucial role in community engagement and collective problem solving. So part of it as well can be speaking to the people, asking them what are the problems that they see in their, say, in their community in this example. You ask these people, they tell you, and you're having a dialogue. You're discovering these problems and then coming up with solutions to fix them. And being in front of these audiences really is the first step to achieving that. And it can enhance your interpersonal relationships. So effective public speaking fosters better communication and understanding in personal relationships. Because if you can talk to 1,000 people, you can talk to one person easily. You know how to speak to people, you know how to listen to them, and that will really help the quality of your conversations with your friends and family. And it allows individuals to express feelings, concerns, and appreciation to others more eloquently. So by lost my train of thought there. So by engaging in public speaking, you learn, your vocabulary will grow. And when your vocabulary grows, you're able to discover new and better ways to describe to people the things you're feeling, the things you're thinking. And better vocabulary just leads to better quality conversations, because if you have more words that you know and that you can use, there are more topics you can talk about. It takes longer before conversations dry up. So handling life's challenges. Public speaking skills can be applied in various life situations, such as job interviews, meetings, and public events. It equips individuals with the ability to handle unexpected challenges and present themselves confidently. So one of the big things that you see, actually, I'll start out by introducing a saying that perhaps some of you will know, some of you won't know. It's called rich people problems. And people in the lower class, the middle class, even upper middle class to some degree, everyone kind of likes to say, oh, well, all these rich people, they don't have any problems. Their lives must be so easy. When truth be told, if we were to have their problems, our lives would probably just shatter, never to be the same again, because, well, we might be worried about things like, I don't know, like, is my hair done right for school? Am I wearing the cool clothes to go to school? Whatever these things. All these rich people are worried about, where am I going to find this $100 million to save this company and stop these 3,000 employees I've got losing their jobs? So, you know, yeah. Oop. I completely forgot the point I was trying to make with that. But yeah, so rich people problems. What do you mean turned into a robot? Mark Zuckerberg's always been a robot. But yeah, so oh yeah, now I remember the point. But whenever you see these people, these rich people making their speeches, like, they always seem calm, collected, and confident. You never see them like sitting there sweating and biting their nails and answering questions in stutters and mumbles and rambles. You always see them sat there, dressed very well, looking confident, and they answer the questions that they've been asked. Well, most of the time they do. But the point I'm getting at is you would never, ever, ever guess that they've got all of these crazy problems going on in their lives because of how they're presenting when they speak to the public. And that can be a very, very important factor, is even if everything else in your life is completely crazy, when you're speaking to that audience about that issue at that time, and that's all that matters. Confidence and appearing confident is very important. Public speaking is good for empowering advocacy. Public speaking can be a powerful tool for advocacy, promoting causes and championing justice and equality. So again, if you've got an issue that's you're passionate about, or that's affecting your local community, your family, your friends, being a public speaker gives you the chance to put that issue before a wider audience and try and get that issue changed, try to fix that issue. Because advocates can raise awareness about pressing issues and mobilize support for positive change. So if you're persuasive and you're passionate about your issue and the audience feels that, they are going to agree with you and want to help you change that issue. And you can raise awareness, and you can, yeah, you can make change for that issue. So what I would like to do now is we're going to have a little bit of a brainstorm. So let's think about as many issues as we can that we could potentially do a public speech about. So you'll have to forgive me. I just got this laptop a week ago and I'm still struggling to figure out how to use Zoom for laptops rather than my tablet. Slowly getting it though. So what are some things we could potentially give a public speech about? So if you've got an idea, post it in the chat box. Yes. Whoop. I feel the need to put that caveat there because Michael was the one that mentioned the topic. Who's Zoo? Zeus. Thank you. Okay, so Michael, what
Miss
are
Duck
some...
asks if I can change my name to normal name. It's your fault, Michael.
Okay, so what is another topic that we could give a public speech about? Anyone who's got a suggestion? So I literally just changed your name back to Michael and now it's Michael who?
Hey, come on. Miss Duck said it's really funny when my chats pop up, so yeah.
Very good, Alice. Should zoos be banned? So there's an argument to be made for animal welfare there. Good job. Who else has got an idea, guys? We want to make a list of topics for public speeches. So anyone that's got an idea, put your hand up. I'll invite you to deliver the add the idea to the list. Very good, Tina. Should schools force students to wear uniforms? I don't think I'm the right person to be answering that question for you, Anna. Should guns be banned in the USA? So should the USA have stricter gun control laws? Good. So I'm actually of the mind that I think we should leave that argument to be had by the Americans. Very good, Hang Tran. Oop. Is it better to be an early riser or a night owl? Good. Should drugs be banned in some states in America? Just to make sure that I've got your point correctly, Lan Chi, I'm assuming that you mean, yeah, I'm assuming that you mean illicit street drugs and not like medications that you need when you're sick, because technically speaking, both are drugs. One's just good medical drugs. The other ones are bad, naughty, illicit drugs. Okay. Okay, should junk food be banned in schools? Good question. Ah, very good.
Teacher,
Cell phones
your
be banned
cell
in
phone's
schools?
word is wrong.
Pardon?
Your word cell phone is wrong.
Yeah, there we go. I just noticed that. Thank you. Wait, does that mean you don't have a cell hapon? I have a cell hapon. Ooh. Tina, bring in the heavy topics. Should discriminative people be put in jail? So I'm assuming we're talking about people that may say racist things, homophobic things, bigoted opinions in general, I suppose we could be talking about there. Should every crow be shot down in the whole world to stop bad luck? Is that forgive my ignorance, is that a Vietnamese superstition? Because I've never heard that one before, that crows are bad luck.
Yeah, kind of.
It's bring death too. That's the rumor.
Okay. I've heard the whole thing about never walk in front of a black cat. I've heard that one, but I've never heard it about crows before. Okay. Good one, Alice. Should students be given less homework? Should there smoking be banned in public places? Good one, Emma. Should the government pay for healthcare? Good one, Hong An. Should people should humans begin colonizing Mars? Should the internet be considered a human right and be made free for everybody? Should wizards be real? I mean, I suppose for the right audience, that could be an interesting speech, but how could we enact positive change on that issue and bring magic to life? That's the question there. Change that one to is magic real? Michael the peace lover. Can you tell me what you mean by our environmental activists making it too much and heavy?
Who changed my name? Come on. Mr. already told me about being respectful and stuff like that.
All right, that's me changing it. No one else changes name. Michael, who is just Michael.
Come on. I'm not messing with Miss Duck again, Michael, you know.
All right, just leave it as Michael, guys. Stop changing his name. Okay, so, but yeah, can you describe to me what you mean? Are environmental activists making it too much and heavy?
I think
Yeah.
a bit.
But what do you mean by what do you mean by that issue there? Are environmental activists making it too much and heavy? Do you mean are they doing as much good for the world as they think they are, or are they actually doing more damage than they realize? Is that what you mean?
No, I mean like they mean something like yeah, if we like don't act now, the world should be like too hot and end or something. Basically, it's I think that is like 100 years later, but they make it like 30 or some 20 years, you know. Yeah, they blow it up.
Oh, do you mean are they too prone to hyperbole? Are they just making big empty threats that won't ever happen, sort of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Should we? Very good. Well, not every aspect. Should robots replace humans in every aspect? No. I'm going to change that one slightly because, yeah, I'm going to change this one slightly because I already know humans should not replace us in every aspect. Should robots replace humans in certain jobs? That I have heard an argument for humans to let certain industries die out. So once they develop like self-driving trucks, should humans stop being truck drivers and just let the robots drive, sort of thing? Like I've heard arguments for that. Wow, we're getting a lot of good topics here, guys. Very good, Emma. Okay. So we've already got the whole racist people in jail thing. If we go back up to here, should discriminative people be put in jail? Discriminative counts as like racist, sexist, homophobic, all of the phobias, all that sort of stuff. Should concerts be banned because of the expensive ticket prices? At this moment, I don't agree with that. I think if people are willing to pay for the tickets, people should be able to go and see the shows, but I would love to hear you try and persuade me otherwise, Alice.
My parents have talked to me about this, and I think they were right because
Well,
I have
I
no
would.
choice. I have no choice.
Well, I would definitely. Well, I would love to hear your take on the argument to see if you could convince me to be against concerts. Okay. Should humans continue to search for alien life? Good question, Lan Chi. Should celebrities make more money than regular working people? Should we avoid people who have AIDS? In some aspects, yes. In some aspects, definitely not, I think. Should we stop the war between Russia and NATO? Okay. Should we have to pay for water? We're getting lots of good messages in here, guys. Michael.
I don't think we should avoid AIDS people. People who have AIDS.
I think I agree with you in like 99% of situations.
I mean, like
The 1%, the 1% of
spread
situations I
the-
disagree with you, I won't say, but
I mean, they spread the disease by blood or from mother to child. So it's just basically don't use with their shaving things. Yeah, just that.
yeah, basically don't share a needle, don't share a razor blade, anything that can expose you to their blood, anything like that. Anything other than that, I think it's perfectly fine to shake their hand, give them a hug if you're friends with them, or sit down, have a conversation with them, whatever. They're just normal people in that respect, but you just need to be careful, you're right, with anything to do with blood.
Yeah. And yeah, we should stop Russia and NATO. Why not? I mean,
that I think it's a little bit more of a complicated issue. I'm getting raged at for something I didn't even do. I did not change your name, Michael.
yeah, but who did it?
I don't know. It wasn't me. It's definitely not, but I would absolutely laugh so hard if it turned out to be Miss Duck that was changing your name just to mess with you. I know it's definitely not. I know it's
How
not.
can she change and blame me at the same time for being disrespectful?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I would laugh, because it would just be funny. Okay, we're really getting a lot of good subjects here, guys. Keep sending them in. Okay, so as soon as we get to the bottom of this side of the whiteboard, I won't take any more.
Oh my God.
Another threat. So we've got, should smoking be banned? Should we pay for water? I love the way your brain's thinking, guys. Should we build huge laser cannons to protect Earth from meteorites? Okay, looks like we've got space for a couple more. Okay, so Ms. Duck has asked, what is the difference between these public speeches and debate topics? And the answer to that one is not a whole lot, to be honest. So what differs between a debate and a public speech is the fact that in a debate, you have one team that agrees and one team or one person that disagrees with the topic. But for a public speech, if you are giving a speech, it can be on absolutely any topic. So really the only difference is that in a speech, there'll be no one up on stage to disagree and present the other side of the argument. It'll just be you presenting your side of the argument unopposed. Children be made to learn to swim. Okay, I think we junk food. Oh, I like that one, Emma. Good job. Is it wrong to ban books? And ooh, we've got a lot of good topics here. Okay, one more that I'll put on the board is this thing is we've already got that one up there in a way. Good idea, Tina. Okay, guys, look at all these awesome topics we were able to think of. So well done. So I will I'm going to save a copy of this and I am going to post it in your in the Zalo group for this class. So if you're not in the Zalo group for this class, hang on a second. All right, so I've saved a copy of that.
I copy ready, Michael.
Terrific. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen again super quickly. So yeah. Oh, amazing. Thank you, Ms. Duke. So yeah, public speaking with Mr. Michael was this group here. If you're not a member of it, please join. Or yeah, please request Ms. Duke that you be added to the group and you'll get added to the group. And yeah, we'll post all the homework and all sorts of things in here. Okay. So back to the PowerPoint.
So do we request each of them to select a topic and give a speech, or what is the purpose of this topic, Michael?
I'm tempted to give a clever answer, but I'll behave. So, all right, here we go. So what I want you guys to do is please choose a topic from the list or another topic that you're interested in. So if there's a topic that wasn't added to that list that you're interested in, you can pick that. This was just a list of suggestions to get everybody thinking. And whatever topic you pick is going to be the topic that you'll deliver for a speech for your final assessment. So I'll give you guys a moment to select your speech, select your topic. So I'll open this one back up for everyone, give you guys a moment. And as soon as you have selected your topic, I'd like everybody to, as soon as you picked a topic, just raise your hand. And I'd like to hear from you as to why you're interested in that topic and why you selected it. There is some homework. We will get to that shortly. And this week's homework is not, this week's homework's not a major task. It's just something small. Okay, so would anyone like to share what their topic is, why they picked it? Okay, so it's time to wrap up the lesson for tonight, guys. So to sum everything up, we learned about what public speaking is, a lot of the reasons that public speaking can benefit you. Very good, Tina. So Tina has chosen, should discriminative people go to jail? To prove and protest against people who discriminate. Okay, very good. So to sum it up, yeah, tonight we learned about what public speaking is, some of the many reasons that public speaking can benefit you, and some of the skills you can learn by learning to publicly speak. You guys also came up with a whole list of fantastic reasons for why public speaking offers some really good public speaking topics. I'm very impressed with those. And finally, I've written your homework task down somewhere. Ah, beautiful, here we go. So I'll also post this homework task in your Zalo group, but your task is to analyze or watch and analyze a famous speech. So yeah, so I'll get you guys to pick a famous speech to watch by a very famous public speaker. So as you watch the speech, I want you to take notes on the following parts of the speech, basically. So observe the speaker's body language, their posture, their hand gestures, their facial expressions. How do they use their body language to engage the audience, basically? I want you to analyze their voice modulation. So how do they change their voice? Like the volume of their voice, their tone, do they go up and down? Do they speak fast? Do they speak slow? And I want you to note any times that the speaker may use emphasis, any time they pause, or any vocal techniques that they use for impact in their speech. And I want you to identify the content and structure of their speech. So what do they talk about? How do they order their speech? Make notes on that. And their connection with the audience. So are the audience listening to what they say? Do they seem interested? Are they cheering along? Or are they just bored and don't seem to care less? So make notes on that stuff. And finally, I want you to make notes on the overall impact of the speech. So was it memorable? Was it effective? Yeah. And yeah, do you think that it made a difference in the world? Has it inspired change? Is it inspiring change? Is it a work in progress? Did it fail? So yeah, basically, I just want you guys to take your notes either in a notebook or in like a Microsoft Word document or something, and make sure that as soon as you finish this homework, post it into the Zalo group, because as we said in the rules at the beginning, completing the homework is mandatory for continuing on in this class. And where are we? Finally, I just want to finish with some of the topics that you can expect to go over in this course. So let me find my list here. So next week, we're going to be talking about what makes a good public speaker. The week after that, we'll be talking about body language in public speaking. The week after that, vocal modulation, facial expressions. We'll be talking about even hand gestures. We'll be talking about how to write a good speech, so how to structure it using persuasive language, and how to write a good introduction and conclusion. We'll have a lesson on impromptu speaking. So if you're just asked to give a speech on the spot and you haven't prepared, what are some good tips for getting through that? We've got a topic of overcoming nervousness and stage fright. We'll be talking about the art of storytelling. We'll be talking about visual aids and props. So do you have a slideshow? Do you have pictures or videos to present? Any music that goes with your speech? And finally, we'll be talking about persuasive speaking. So good techniques for persuasive communication. And then there will be a final task or a final assessment that encompasses all of that. So, thank you guys very much for your attention this evening. I'll post your homework. Yes, Tina, I will get onto that. I'll get onto that as soon as I can. But yeah, thank you guys very much for your attention this evening in class. I look forward to hearing your analysis of some good public speeches. And I'll see you all, well, I'll see those of you that do the homework next week. Have a good night and thank you for your time and attention.
Goodbye. See you in the next lesson.
Bye. Goodbye,
See you,
teacher.
everybody.
Goodbye,
And thank you.
teacher.
Goodbye. And
Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
thank
See
you.
you.
Good night, everybody.
Goodbye. I'm ending now.
No worries.
Bye.
Goodbye, Dot.
Bye bye, teacher.
Thank you, Ms. Duck.